Today I want to share with you an app called Plickers. This app is fantastic for formative assessments. It takes instant feedback on questions like this, and it provides it to you and to the students. It's a pretty simple concept. These are QR codes with a little number in the corner that corresponds to the student's number in your class, and then it has multiple choice letters for answers: A, B, C, and D. And if a student wants to answer, say D for this question, they would hold up their card with the D on top. So the answer is always the letter that's on top. So the website you go to is plickers.com, and you sign in. You can continue with Google, so if you have a school Google email or your own Google email, you could sign in with that, or you could sign in separately. If you're using Plickers for the first time, you'll need to set up a new class, which there's a button over here to the left that says New Class with a little plus button. Click that. Now enter the name of your class. Click Create Class. And now it pops up on the left side of the screen there, where you can click it and now add students. The quickest way to add students is if you have like a Google Slides or Google Sheets page or a Excel page with all of your students' names, you could just copy and paste that directly. I copy the entire column of students' names and I just paste them in real fast here. Or you can enter them one by one, which takes significantly longer, but you can see how it sorts them to where it has first name and last name. If you were to write it in a different format, like last name first, then first name, it catches that and it still puts it in the right order on the right here for student roster preview. So once you have your class list, you can click next, and it sorts them. Now you'll need to print off the cards for your class, so you go to the Help at the top right, get Plickers cards. There's a few different options. The standard one comes with 2 cards per page. So what I mean by that is when you print this off, there's card number 1 and card number 2 on the same page, and you'll have to cut it before you can pass them out. If you do large cards expanded, these are huge, 1 per page, and you could just print these off, maybe a class set of 30, and pass them out to your students. Each card has a little number on it. This goes with the student alphabetical order in your list. So the student who's at the top of the list is number 1, the next student's number 2, next student's number 3. So it's very important you give students the correct number alphabetically in your class list. And to find that, you just go to your class, click on your class, go to students, and here it shows you your class list. John Lennon is card number 1, Hugh Jackman is card number 2. Now, the whole point of Plickers is to ask your students questions as a formative assessment while you're teaching a lesson. And to do that, you create a new set of questions by clicking the little button that says New Set. I organize my different sets of questions in folders, but let's just say we make a new question entirely. We can go to this New Set button, and you type in your question. So there's your question, and you could change the answer to whichever one is the correct answer. For me, it's D, representative democracy. And if I go to this little home button at the top left of the screen, I'll see all my questions organized in folders, and there's the new one right here. If I want to go live to use it on a class right now, I can press play now and click the class I want to use it on. So these are all real classes that I have, but we can press test class, which is a made-up class I made with celebrity names to protect the privacy of my students. That class right now, I'll make that the live class, and I can show the student list. So here are the students in the class. On your phone, you're going to open up the Plickers app. The Plickers app is available for free on Google Play. This question will show up on the bottom. You could click it and it'll go live. You could then press the little button in the center of the screen, that it's a little circle button. That will start to scan the classroom. When the students scan their cards, the names will go blue to show you whose card was red and whose card still wasn't. If a card wasn't red, either the student's not in the room at this time, or they're holding up their card incorrectly with maybe their finger covering part of the QR code, or maybe the card's bent or slanted. That could be another reason why the card might not get picked up correctly. So this is video of me scanning the room, and notice students have their cards up and they're holding them nice and flat without their fingers covering the QR code at all. And these are all made up names, but you could see the names pop up next to the QR code so you could see who's who. All right, so here's the payoff. This screen here shows you 72% of students had that correct answer. Now I can make a decision to either move on or review, and it's based on actual scores of students in real time, what they know at that moment. So this is a really great formative assessment. I'm excited for you to try it out if you haven't already. It's called Plickers.